Everybody, it's such a wonderful day.
Good morning.
Here we go. Moses told, start the timer. Blanc, on mute, please. Hello.
Oh, is that Michael? Good morning.
Okay. Moses told the Jewish people that in order to merit God's unconditional love, they must love one another unconditionally. This was why he assembled all of them together for the purpose of sealing God's covenant with them. Hello, Nehemiah. It is good to see you. Two things I would like to say. Number one is that recently in Tanya we had this concept of whatever you want to elicit from God, you should do the same thing. So if you want to bring out and show a lot more of God's chesed, so then you should behave with a lot more chesed. And basically, because we are created in Hashem's image, and all the spirits are set up the same way we are set up, the way we behave, that's the way God behaves, and vice versa. Hello, friend. It's good to see you. Yeah, that's all I have time for.
That was really 16? Dang it, I missed it. Ah, there it is. How to love others. Atem tzam yom kulchem lifnei Elokechem, Rashechem, Shetechem, Ziknechem, Veshetrechem, Mechoitech, Eitzacha, Ad Shoei Memecha. Varim Perikov, Tes Pasuk, and Pasuk Yud. Moses said to the Jewish people, you are all standing today before God. The elders of your tribe, the leaders of your tribe, your elders, your sheriffs, from your woodcutter to your water carrier, your Deuteronomy chapter 29, verses 9 and 10. All right, let's get the FiveAlive picture happening. This is how he is. Put up a filter. That makes it a little brighter.
First thing, just letting you know, the way we do it, I mean, actually, you've been here for longer than me. You know, you don't have to read your loud talk. We want to hear your opinions because you have a lot of nice time to talk. I'm sorry. Good morning. Okay. Most of the Jewish people are that God love and love one another unconditionally. Yeah, it's like neged mida keneged mida. There we go. But instead of towards God, towards the Jewish people, it's pretty interesting. Like you think if like if you want, it's meant to be like two ways. If you want somebody to love you, you gotta love them first, and then they love you back. Over here, it's not even saying that God is not even saying that you have to love God. I mean, I'm pretty sure that goes without saying. Like saying that if you want God's unconditional love, you have to love everybody else unconditionally. And it makes sense though. If you're able to do it for other people, then God should be able to do it for you. Avi, you are up.
So I just want to speak to that real quick. I think I said it before. It says in order to love someone else, I think, let's see, what does it say? To love someone else like yourself, first you have to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, then to love someone else like yourself, you'll hate them. So you can't do that. You have to love yourself first. So I think that's step number one. So, and then maybe I can just do this real quick. How can we truly unite? After all, some of us are leaders while others are water drawers and the like. What could Jews of such a wide spectrum social standing possibly have in common?
Bing.
Okay, good morning, guys.
You have to speak a lot louder.
Oh, hi. Hey, camera. Yeah, I just saw you cut yourself off. Good morning, everyone. Good to be back here after Kol Shabbos. I think we should love everyone. Love Hashem too, right? He seems like I said it to her. our others. So what? Also, we should love our leaders, which is Isaac and the water drug, stand for God. Yes.
Thank you. I wanted to say a second thing. I'll thank everybody for reading and the input. I also wanted to say, I don't remember what it was. So, somehow together for the purpose of sealing God's covenant with them. Oh, I just wanted to say the idea of us being together. So, two things comes to mind. One is, good morning, Rabbi Yossi, good afternoon, buddy. What Oigmel Chabashan actually had some merits in his back pocket, and what happened was at a certain I think it was Oigmel Chabashan. At a certain point, he lifted the mountain and wanted to smash it over all the Jews at once. And as soon as he messed with all the Jews at once, he lost.
Yeah, Sean, I want to thank you for the update. FiveAlive is ever evolving, so it's good to get an update when you just come back after, 3 months? But I like reading, so I'm going to read and then give my opinion. The answer to this is threefold. First, who is to say who is ultimately higher on the ladder of achievement? Appearances can be deceiving, and we tend to overvaluate ourselves while undervaluating others. Second, even if we have evaluated ourselves correctly, just because we excel in one particular aspect of life does not mean there are not other aspects of life in which others exceed us. Everyone is a leader in some way. Therefore, our collective success depends on every Jew's unique contribution. Oigmel Chabashan's merit was that he went over to Abraham. Though it was a corrupt reason that he went to him, he still went to him and warned him that light is captured.
First off, just letting you know, we're going to play Isaac. This one's real. We're going to play a little bit of Hashem Loves You by Ari Goldberg for everyone, but then I felt bad, so I just put my phone back in my pocket. Yeah, I do. I really, really love this perspective. A lot of people think that because somebody is better at something, at something specific, like a lot of kids in camp think that if they're not good at sports, they don't matter or whatever. It's like, but there's really, and then when it comes to color war, the kid who sucks at sports but has an amazing memory will be first to be picked for the shot spot or whatever. Like, just because you're not good at one particular thing, it shouldn't knock you down. It shouldn't bring you down, because there are things that you're better at than other people, and there are things that people are better at than you, and it's always going to be like that. So if you let those things bring you down, you're probably going to have a pretty bad life. But if you look at what you're good at, I'm sure you'll find ways to be much happier, and then even get better at the other things.
Good Kazal. Rav Yaske.
I wish I can hear clearer the way you guys speak. It's very important because I want to hear every word. Good to see Yoni. So I'm gonna also have to start to speak clearer. So it's not gonna be only demanding this. Hear me? So one of the things that I spoke a lot about. So first of all, I have to say I apologize because I didn't hear what you guys speak about. The only thing I can relate that you're speaking about, open your mind on understanding what you're living, what's your life about, what is the life of everybody in this world. So I don't see the clock, so it's a little bit difficult. Okay, 3, 2, bye.
Moshe Kalosh, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Isaac, and everyone else. Good morning. My phone doesn't want to stay. Okay. It's not working. I had some fun last night. Drank a lot. But then again, doesn't my head ever work when I want it to? No, it works when I don't want it to. Whenever I'm about to fall asleep is whenever it just doesn't stop working. But
Nice. Bissell Hefer. We can't hear you.
this This better?
Yes.
Okay, great. I've actually joined this WhatsApp group with a friend of mine who's not exactly well, he wasn't religious and ding.
Too much. Avi.
Okay. So what I got from good morning, Rabieska. Good afternoon, Rabieska. Hi, Moshe. From what I got from Yoni's paragraph about how everyone is a leader in some way. Therefore, our collective success depends on every Jew's unique contribution. It's basically, I think, it's not how high on the ladder you go, but it's how many rungs you've climbed, right? That saying. So not really, look at each person. So we don't judge everyone, Hashem does. So just do what you can, and that's all you should be worried about. So that's what I got from it.
Okay. Still a little lost to Wednesday. I'm a little lost right now.
Okay. So I think that I got also, what Avi said, as well as, one is to say you don't know for somebody else. In regards to somebody else, you don't know what he excels, in what he is the leader, and the positions are turned around. So that means I can be the top of the top of the class in good looks, and this guy that I think totally doesn't look good. I don't know. Maybe he'll be the millionaire, or who knows. So so basically that's one that I don't know about somebody else, and also about myself. Is that if I think that I'm not so good, I gotta know that in reality I am a leader.
By the way, Isaac, you'd probably definitely excel in that part in life if you would have went and taken a toll with the most good-looking guy in Jets. That's what I'm saying. I'll read the next paragraph, but first, interesting thing. I'm still guyish enough to watch TV shows, and I know, right? And I'm seeing these characters, and I'm just like, why? This dude is really upset because he can only use one skill, but he's really good at it, and it's better than everyone else because he has this really good skill. And now he's going and being a bad guy because no one wanted him because he had only one skill. So he wanted to prove everyone wrong. So he went and work together with guys. Like, come on. Like every single time there's a bad guy, the reason why is because they could not find a compromise. They only saw their own 2 cents, their own 5 inches. That's it.
The best example I can actually think of for this, I just thought of it after people started talking. When I was younger, I used to watch the school bus. And one of the episodes, it's about how ants work. So there's the queen ant, who is the one that has all the kids and everything. And there's building ants, there's ants that get food, there's ants that do this, and every single ant has a job. Now, obviously, the queen is most important because she's the one having the kids and this and that, but it talks about how every single one is equally as important because without one of them doing their job, none of them can live. If one building it decides to just bounce, then they won't be able to build their entire house because they each have specific jobs. If one ant doesn't go and get food for the other one, some ants won't be able to eat. Every single one is equally as important, and some jobs might not look like they're as high up, but they're really they're all keeping each other alive. You could have a massive building and the antenna on top, oh wow, it's so special. But if you take out one beam from the bottom, the whole thing collapses.
Yeah.
So first, thank you all of you to be here. This is very special for me to be here. So I like the comments about that everybody's a leader. Mm, I like it. This is the development of a royal family because a king is chosen by people equal. It's a equal reason that they chose the king. I like it that each one of us are so special, and I'm trying to follow up a little bit to listen. And one thing I can tell you, I'm not afraid to start my life now, and that means somebody made with his hand to me. Why I speak about it? Okay.
Bing. Shmuley.
So I guess I'm gonna continue what I'm. Wait, no, I'm not gonna continue. I wanted to mention to you guys that a couple of weeks ago, I was speaking to someone, and they're like, "What's up with jets? Everyone who goes out of jets, who learns in jets, just comes out so fabulous." And I thought that was kind of humorous. You guys enjoy. And I was saying before about. I have 10 seconds, and I forgot what I was saying. Oh well. No, at least I shared that. Oh yeah, I have something else. Oh well.
Bing.
Thank you, Moshe. Avi, go ahead.
I like this teaching, whatever, because it has to do with like everyone has their role and what they're supposed to do. And I hear a lot of times people say, you know, you shouldn't judge people, but really I think you should judge people, just judge them favorably, which is a big difference. And if you can do that in the right mindset, then it'll make a big difference because you realize that, you know, we all have a purpose and a reason. And also, I'll read the next paragraph. Third, the difference between the creator and any creature is infinite, realizing our own puniness. That okay? Relative to God's absolute reality, eliminates any feelings of superiority we may have over other people.
Bing.
Thank you, Avi. Yes.
Hello. One thing. I'm gonna get a logo. Okay. Very quiet day.
You said it's my turn?
No.
No?
I said good morning. Every time. Don't crash. Remember, keep your eyes on the road, not on the wheel, not on the phone. Yeah, but I think that right now.
Thank you. So there's something called emergence, and Shalom just reminded me of it. It's a very cool concept, and the example that's given is ants. Because ants is basically 4 different kind of ants, which each have their job, and it's very, very interesting. Basically, what emergence is that when everybody works together and does what they're supposed to do, then even though they're just a simple, unintelligent ant, what gets created because of that is a really amazing thing. What gets created because of that is this big colony with a complicated system that creates so many different, such an amazing thing. So if you want to check it up on YouTube, it's a really cool video. It's called, just type in emergence. It's probably one of the first things, if not the first thing on YouTube. And basically that's what happens, that when one of the ants are going down, I'm out of time.
When we consider these 3 perspectives, we can truly stand together united, not only with feelings of love towards each other, but with behavior that testifies to the truth of these feelings. Look at this is volume 2, pages 398, 399, and 400. All right. So I just want to appreciate the fact that I feel at least that Daily Wisdom is working with us and not against us, and therefore not putting way too fancy words and puniness instead of like, I don't know, micro smallness or whatever. Puniness. It's very simple, very understandable. Even an idiot can understand it. No, I'm not talking about you. No, everybody's an idiot in some place. But again, if we don't overvalue ourselves and we don't undervalue other people and we add God to the mix, we're able to consider and love each other. Question about respect. That's all. All right, I gotta go.
Thank you very much, Randy. We'll see you soon. I read it as punniness, by the way. I was like, oh, it's talking about Isaac in here. Whatever. Another cool thing about ants, now that we just ended up happened to be talking about, they're also the most honest creature. A bunch of ants are collecting food and they all get blown away by like wind or whatever. They all come back, only take exactly what's there. So I remember hearing that. I think it's pretty cool. And another thing completely unrelated, this morning I just thought it was pretty funny. Somebody responded to my story last night, and she's not Jewish, and she saw everybody dancing, my sis, whatever, and she asked me if I also wear kippah, so I told her yes. She asked me to send her a picture, so I sent a picture, and she said she loves it, that it looks amazing. I just thought it was pretty funny. Yarmulke style, all the way. Yep, but that was what I wanted to say. Yaska.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna have to start to find a way how to listen better and better, because I heard about the ants and I heard some comments and I didn't get the whole comments. So Avi, I hear you clearer, but you sum what people say. So I hear you what the solution of what the conversation is about. I heard the good comments. Isaac, I got carried away when you started speaking about the ants. I didn't know you speak about ants. So it took me an unreal to speak about ants. So you finished the thoughts. I don't even know what you're talking about. So it reminded me one time that we went to watch a movie and you went to the wrong theater. And everybody explained the movie the whole time. So I don't remember not the movie that I saw, nothing. So just I know that the way people explain something, that's the way it looks in my mind. Thank you.
Yaska, you got.
Good morning. Funny story, because I don't know what we're learning right now. Basically, I was making fast on Friday. The restaurants are supposed to be closed 2 hours before Shabbos, and that's 5 o'clock, 5:15. The owner of the restaurant was like, I still need to finish stuff. So I'm like, listen, I told the beginning of the Shabbos comes in at 7, and then he's like, whatever. And I'm like, listen, you want your hechsher taken away, or do you got your business, or do you want to just close up 2 hours before Shabbos? Don't make a big deal out of it. So he starts going ballistic. Either way, I kick him out, so I can lock up. And
My turn? Okay, so there was a woman at the airport, and she was sitting down, eating a bag of cookies, and then the man across the table from her, every time she took a cookie, he took one of her cookies, and she was really upset. She was like, why is he doing this to me? Why is he taking a cookie? She didn't get it. She was very frustrated. The last cookie, he took half of it and gave her the other half. She was like, this guy's a weirdo, whatever it happens. People are weird. So then she went to board the plane, and as she was getting on the plane, she was opening her bag, and she saw a whole bag of cookies. And then she realized that she was eating from the other man's cookies. And then, boom, a paradigm shift. And her whole perspective changed, and she wasn't mad at the guy anymore. So just like that, everything, if we were to realize everything that's going on with everyone, our whole perspective on everything and everyone would change. So we should keep that in mind, that we don't know everything. So yeah.
Thank you, Avi. Yes.
Good morning, Michael. Yeah, you had a nice story. It sounded good, especially with the noise in the background. But
You can hear it.
nah, thank you for. I had a nice story. So you took away that shrafa. You have to do that. That's I did this one. Good morning, Yaska. Good morning, Avi. Good morning, Taco. Good morning, yeah, today was that. Okay, whatever.
Very, very, very nice. Very nice. I wanted to finish just the thought, which is interesting about the ants, is that have you ever watched ants? They're like, there's two lines like going two different ways. So each ant like looks like they bump into each other for a second and then they continue going. You're like that and then they continue going. So basically they don't actually bump into each other. What they do is they're exchanging information. And basically what one guy is saying, he goes, I'm a worker man, what are you? And then the one guy says, I'm a worker man, what are you? That's what they do. They just bump into each other and every hand that they meet, they tell each other what their job is, and they ask the other one what's their job. You tell each other the job. After a little while, we see that there's no worker ants or no collector ants, whatever it is. So then, like, okay, so then he becomes whatever he needs. My turn? That's actually also amazing if you think about it, It always says the best way to get something done that you want done is to do it yourself. So if you go around and see nobody else is doing it, instead of waiting until somebody comes around, you just gotta get to it yourself, take care of it. It's definitely the most efficient way and the best way to get it done. Oh, I should have had your test too. On FiveAlive. Yeah, Avi, I heard that story quite a few times before, but it's always good to be reminded of it. Yeah, I'm sure that woman, if she would have screamed at him, she would have felt like quite a not such intelligent person. Yaska. Yaska.
Okay, good to see. Nehemiah is in Bayou, guys, in California. Nehemiah in California. In Jets. I don't see. I want to see you in Jets, Nehemiah. I don't see clear. I don't know what. Okay. I don't get it. If you're in Jets or not. Moshe disappeared again. Moshe is getting kicked out all the time from the chat. Moshe, so you get kicked out for a reason, probably. God knows what he's doing. You should fight for life. So I'm happy to see you. Each time you go down, I feel okay, I'm going down, but then you come back up. I said, okay. So I'm very excited. I just good to see you, Nehemiah. Good to see all of you. I have a lot of comments to say, and surprise, a lot of. Okay.
You're Vogel.
So to finish off our story, basically, the guy got all mad that he can't prep food for the next week, 2 hours before Shabbos, and that I threatened him with What?
I would suggest, are your windows open maybe?
Nope. I'm on the freeway and it's a garbage car.
Very hard to hear what you're saying.
I understand. Okay, fine. Thanks.
No, you just try to speak clearly. Okay, nice. Nehemiah, what to say?
Isaac, my turn. So right now, Rabbi Yosef, it's nice to see you too. I'm in London right now. Thank God. Just surrounded with friends in my backyard. I'm hopefully going to Jets on Tuesday. I'm booking in like a few hours, hopefully. And bless God, I'm doing well, and it's lovely to see you all. Isaac, good morning. Michael, good morning. Shalom, I spoke to already, but good morning. And Mr. Coop, good morning. Moshe Kadosh, good morning. Everyone, have a great day. Stay blessed, be blessed, and I'm saying if you're not blessed, then be blessed, and then stay blessed. Yeah.
Moshe.
Do you guys hear me? I can't see you, but do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. And
Yes, we
Cool.
see you and we hear you.
So it's weird. The notifications just sitting there, and I can hear you, can't see you, and if I press it, it closes me out of the video. So, I'm assuming this is the last minute. So I wanted to say about the leadership. I feel like everyone leads their own life, and that's very important to keep in mind because often I understand other people do feel like life is out of their control and what they do is up to others. So it's important to keep in mind you lead your own life. It's your choice to decide what is wrong and right for you and what you want to do with your life. Honestly, I'm still trying to figure that out, but that's okay. And I forgot the other thing I was saying before now. Ding, I'm assuming. No?
thank you, Moshe.
Thank you.
I agree with what you say. I like it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyways, very interesting. The ants. Last time, I'm just going to finish it up. When the ants see that every certain amount of ants, they didn't meet any worker ants, so then it just decides on its own that now I'm going to become a worker ant. I'm going to do that. And then he starts walking around saying, I'm a worker ant. I'm a worker ant. So it's very interesting. So I think in a certain way it applies, in a certain way it doesn't apply. The way that it doesn't apply is that you're not supposed to just go and take somebody else's job because they're not doing their job. However, at the same time, we should realize that my job and my mission here is applicable to everybody. And by basically, so what I want to say about what Moshe said, even though it's a little hard to hear towards the end, is that not only are we leading our lives, but we are leaders and people follow us in one way or another. So, yeah, every time I hear that now, especially Rosh Hashanah is coming up, you got to be a head, not a tail. You got to live for yourself. You can't live for anybody else. There's no reason any person should ever be just like leading. I mean, should be living by what somebody else does. Everybody has to lead their own life. It might be the only thing you're ever gonna lead. I mean, hopefully not. But like, if it is, at least that you got to take control of your own life. You got to do whatever you want to do because you want to do it, not because somebody else is doing it, not because somebody else is telling you to do it. If somebody helps you figure out what you want to do, that's amazing. But don't do it because of somebody else. Yeah, I think those are the words to end off with. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a blessed day. Mashiach now.
Thank you.